Hi everyone, welcome back to Splash Page. I'm Sean, as always I'm joined by Andrew, and today you are here to view our video that is recapping Season 2, Episode 6 of The Boys in an effort to catch you up before Season 3 starts in a few weeks. So thanks for joining us, and let's jump right in.
It's 8 years ago. Frenchie is enjoying his life, getting high with his friends, seriously defending the Golden Girls, and building his own family. A family of bank robbers. Current-day Frenchie is trying to cut through Starlight's skin to extract the tracking chip put in by Vought. It seems he's created a new family.
Homelander and Stormfront stop a criminal, and in an intense act of flirting, they pop his skull before banging against a wall. Stormfront is not turning out to be the good influence on Homelander we all thought she would be.
The Deep bursts in on Maeve in her trailer and brags about being friends with fish before giving her a camera his fish friends found in the ocean. On the camera is footage of Maeve and Homelander leaving a crashing airplane.
Leaving Maeve's trailer, Deep runs into A-Train and tries to commiserate about being kicked out of the Seven, but A-Train is pretending to be cool about it. So, the Deep slyly drops a hint about joining the collective, and reels A-Train right in.
On the set of the Seven movie, Homelander and Stormfront are having relationship issues. She tells him she has to leave for a meeting at Vought Tower, promises to be back in 20 minutes. He heads into his trailer and rearranges the flowers he's bought for her. He's falling hard for Stormfront.
While waiting for Stormfront to get back, Homelander's patience is wearing out, and he blows up a trailer in his rage. Stormfront finally shows up, and Homelander tells her he knows she didn't go to a meeting at Seven Tower.
Later, Stormfront tries to apologize to Homelander for lying to him. She comes clean, explains how she doesn't age. Also, her husband was Frederick Vought, the founder of Vought, and a close friend of Hitler's. Homelander doesn't seem sold on the whole Nazi thing until he hears those 9 special words: "You will be the man who will lead us."
The boys come home to the safe house, and Hughie shows Annie his cool new digs. Annie gives them the information she got from Stormfront's trailer. Stormfront's been receiving emails from Stan Edgar about a breakthrough at Sage Grove Center in Pennsylvania.
Butcher and the boys stake out the Sage Grove Psychiatric Hospital, a subsidiary of Vought. Butcher winks at Frenchie, says, "Don't get caught," to which he says he never does. But then we jump back 8 years ago to when he was caught, manacled to a desk in a police station. His interrogator is Grace Mallory, and he agrees to work with her, taking down superheroes to save his friends from jail time.
Over the course of the episode, we learn more about Frenchie's backstory. 3 years after promising Mallory he'd help her, Mallory and the boys were working with a soup named Lamplighter, the one who retired at the beginning of Season 1 when Starlight joined the team. Here, he's about to join the Seven, but he'll be working undercover with the boys from the inside. Frenchie is sent by Mallory to tail him, but eventually he gets a call from one of his friends who is overdosed. So, he leaves Lamplighter to help, and while he's gone, Lamplighter ends up burning Mallory's grandkids to death with no one there to stop him.
Back in present day, Starlight helps the boys break into the psychiatric hospital, and through the use of a very clever ruse, Frenchie, Kamiko, and Mother's Milk gain access to the security system. They see dozens of patients with powers locked up. On one of the cameras, Stormfront is visiting a patient. She seems to be kind to them, but when one of them asks to be allowed to talk to his sister, she calmly leaves the room and lets her orderly light him on fire and burn him to death. Frenchie recognizes the man as Lamplighter.
They collect all the data they can and go to leave. But along the way, Lamplighter passes by Frenchie's cot, and they get into the world's strangest standoff. But before they can kill one another, another inmate breaks free of her cell. A guard shoots her 9 times in the back, but she just calmly turns around and explodes the guard with telekinesis.
Now everything goes to hell as Cindy opens all the cells and lets dozens of crazed soups out of confinement. It's full-on Arkham Asylum in here.
Outside the hospital, an inmate strolls by Butcher, Starlight, and Hughie, and flips their van unprovoked before being shot in the chest by Butcher. Hughie's badly hurt, so Butcher and Starlight head to the hospital and leave the others on their own.
Starlight waves down a car to get Hughie to the hospital. Butcher commandeers the guy's car, and instead of letting the guy drive him to the hospital, Butcher decides he's gonna shoot him. The guy pulls out his own gun, and Starlight uses her car's power to fling him into the middle of the street with electricity, accidentally killing him on impact. Butcher takes the keys, and Starlight cauterizes Hughie's wounds with the power from the car. They head to a hospital.
Butcher and Starlight drive Hughie to the hospital. Butcher tries to be magnanimous and thank Starlight for her help, but he doesn't do a very good job about it. And Starlight realizes she's becoming less empathetic for people than she used to be. She's becoming Maeve.
Hughie finally gets some professional help for the hole in his stomach, and Starlight and Butcher bond over their shared love of Hughie and his loyalty.
The Deep introduces A-Train to the Church of the Collective. A-Train seems weirded out, but the Deep has bought in completely. A-Train tries to bounce, but the leader of the church is faster and drops some truth bombs on A-Train, like his debt and his heart condition, and more or less blackmails him into joining the church, because everyone on this show loves blackmail.
While trying to order in dinner, Maeve's girlfriend Elena finds the footage Deep found from Maeve of her and Homelander leaving a plane full of people to die. Maeve is going to use it to blackmail Homelander to leave them alone. Honestly, the name of this show should just be Blackmail already.
Frenchie's dealing with his anger by stealing drugs to build a knockout bomb. Lamplighter explains the point of the hospital. They're not making soups, they're trying to stabilize Compound V.
Frenchie tells the group why he left Lamplighter that night, to save his friend from overdosing. Mother's Milk apologizes for being so hard on him all those years, and Frenchie says he didn't want to be let off the hook so easily. Everyone's pretty sad. Until a giant penis breaks through the window in the door and starts choking out Mother's Milk. But Kimiko handles it.
They run for freedom, but they're blocked by Sydney, the telekinetic soup from before. Frenchie drops his smoke canister, but she deftly handles the situation, crushing the metal and stopping the smoke. And now she's pissed. And the only thing stopping Sydney from exploding all of our favorite protagonists is Stormfront, who bursts through the door and electrocutes the shit out of her. Stormfront's pissed and looking for Lamplighter.
Lamplighter talks to Stormfront and throws the blame for the hospital breaking down on a bunch of dead doctors and pulls Stormfront away from Mother's Milk, Frenchie, and Kimiko.
After escaping, Frenchie and Kimiko reconcile. Mallory shows up and confronts Lamplighter after all these years. She wants him dead, and Frenchie plead with her to let him live with his shame. And in an oddly happy ending, Sydney hitchhikes down the highway. I wonder if we'll ever see her again.
That was episode 6. For episode 7, click here.
We are giving away 2 toys. The first is a Vax toy, and the second is a Percy toy. And we will be giving them away once we hit 2,500 subscribers. Just make sure you subscribe to our channel and leave a comment on this or any of our videos, and you'll be entered to win for free.
Good luck to you all.